The name Wang Yibo is echoing again, louder, sharper, and charged with a different kind of electricity. Not from stage lights, not from cameras tracking his every move. This time, the sound comes from something raw and untamed. The thunder of engines tearing through the asphalt at Shanghai International Circuit. March 28, 2026 was never going to be just another day. The air felt heavier that morning, thick with anticipation. Even before the grandstands filled, before the roar of crowds could take shape, there was already a pulse running through the circuit, quiet, tense, alive. It moved through pit lanes, lingered in team garages, and settled into the sharp curves of the track itself. Because everyone knew, Wongiball was back. But not as an entertainer, not as a global icon stepping into a new hobby. He stood there as a driver, fully present, fully committed, and stepping into a world that doesn't care about fame, only performance. The number 85 race car waited for him. Still, silent, but far from ordinary. This machine wasn't just engineered for speed, it carried intent. A statement, a continuation of a journey that few truly understood from the outside. Representing Uno Racing Team, in partnership with Melvin Mo, the car stood as both weapon and mirror, reflecting the mindset of the man who would drive it. And then, the livery, black, deep, consuming, almost absorbing light itself, layered with military green camouflage, sharp yet fluid, as if the car could vanish into motion. It didn't just look aggressive, it felt calculated, purposeful. Fans immediately took notice. Social media ignited with reactions, calling it one of the most striking liveries of the season. But beneath the visuals, there was something more powerful: identity. Because this wasn't just a new design, it was a transformation. When Wang Yibo put on his helmet, the world outside disappeared. No applause, no headlines, no expectations, just breath, focus, and the track ahead. His walk toward the car was calm, but not casual. Every step carried weight, awareness, intent. Because on this track, hesitation has consequences. The engine fired. A violent, beautiful sound ripped through the silence. Metal, combustion, force. It wasn't just noise. It was energy. It was commitment made audible. And then, the number 85 car rolled out. For spectators, it was just another car entering the circuit. But for Wang Yibo, time shifted. Everything accelerated. Every corner became a question. Every straight, an opportunity. Every fraction of a second, a decision that could not be undone. He wasn't just driving. He was listening to the tires, to the grip, to the subtle resistance beneath him. He was calculating lines, breaking points, acceleration windows. He was adapting, constantly, instinctively, without hesitation. Each lap became a conversation. Silent, precise, relentless. Between man and machine. Between control and chaos. Inside the pit, Uno Racing Team monitored everything. Data streamed in real time. Speed traces, tire temperatures, sector times. Engineers spoke in short bursts, efficient and focused. Adjustments were made. Strategies refined. But at the center of it all, there was only one person who could translate all of that into motion. Wang Yibo, a figure once defined by performance in front of audiences, now redefining performance in its purest, most unforgiving form. He later shared glimpses of the day through his official Weibo account, @Yibo. The images weren't overly stylized. They didn't need to be. They captured something real: sweat, stillness, intensity. The quiet before speed. His caption read, 2026, Day 1. 85, breaking the wind, chasing the shadows. advancing with full force. It didn't read like promotion. It read like a mindset, a declaration, as if he wasn't just describing the moment, but defining it. And the world responded. Fans didn't just watch, they surged. Ticket sales for the main race weekend, scheduled for April 17th to 19th in Shanghai, climbed rapidly toward a near sellout, close to 50,000 grandstand seats. For a motorsport event, those numbers were powerful. But more than that, they were symbolic. Because something was shifting. A new audience was being pulled into racing, not just by speed, but by story, by emotion, by the presence of someone who refused to stay within a single identity. Wang Yibo wasn't crossing over into racing. He was carving space within it. But behind the excitement, beyond the headlines and numbers, there was something quieter, something deeper. Respect. Because what he's doing isn't easy. Racing doesn't reward reputation. It doesn't slow down for anyone. There are no retakes. No second chances within a corner taken too late or too fast. Every decision matters. Every mistake costs. And he chose this path anyway. Deliberately. Relentlessly. As day one of preseason testing came to a close, the sun dipped low over the circuit, casting long shadows across the track. The noise faded. The engines cooled. But something lingered. Heat. Marks on the asphalt. And the beginning of a story that was only just unfolding. There would be more laps, more adjustments, another day of testing, and beyond that, an entire season waiting to challenge him. But one thing was already undeniable. Wang Yibo didn't show up to participate. He showed up to compete, to push limits, to evolve. And when the lights go out in April, when the engines roar in unison and the race truly begins, the world won't just be watching another driver. They'll be watching a transformation in motion. Car number 85 will launch forward. And inside it, beyond the speed, beyond the data, beyond the expectations, there will be something no stopwatch can measure. The will to win. So when the lights finally go out this April, and car number 85 launches into the race, remember this moment. Because what you're witnessing isn't just a race. It's a transformation. From idol to competitor. From spotlight to speed. And maybe, just maybe, this is only the beginning of something even greater. If you felt that energy, if you believe in chasing limits and redefining yourself, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us for more stories that go beyond the surface. Because this journey, it's far from over.